Yo, so I did the Hogwarts sorting for one of my favourite franchises, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I did it for another one of my favourite franchises, the Arrowverse. Now it's time to complete the set. Do Hogwarts rankings for Doctor Who. Now, I'm not actually going to do the Doctor with this because he or she has changed so many times and valued each of the raw points at a different point in each of their regenerations, so I can't do the Doctor, but I am going to do the companions. Okay. Now, once again, if you think they should be placed in a different Hogwarts house, feel free to have a discussion down below. This is the series that I seem to get the most discussion on. But yeah. Here is each of the NuWho companions placed in what I think is their respective Hogwarts house. Starting off, Amy, or Amelia Pond. Gryffindor. I mean, I think she does have, throughout her appearance on the show, throughout Karen Gillan's tenure, she does show other parts. She does show wisdom, ambition, and she definitely does show loyalty towards the Doctor and Rory later on. But I think down in her core, Amy mainly values bravery, which is why I put her in Gryffindor. Bill Potts. Ravenpuff. Now, yeah, I've got quite a few on this list that are split. I'm not quite sure where to place them, but yeah, this is the first one. Bill Potts. Now, I felt she was Ravenpuff because while she is working in the canteen of a university rather than actually attending it, she does have a desire to learn and better herself, which is why in the first place she's attending the Doctor's lectures. So she definitely values wisdom. But then I also feel later on she does develop a sense of loyalty towards the Doctor and Nardole and the rest of the universe. Especially with the episode The Lie of the Land, you see she goes to great lengths out of her loyalty to him. So I primarily think she's a Ravenclaw, but she definitely has a bit of Hufflepuff in there, so that's why Ravenpuff. Captain Jack Harkness. I didn't include him on this list originally, but then I thought, nah, I'm going to get massive backlash if I don't. I mainly think he's a Gryffindor. I mean, he's definitely got seeds of the others. He does have ambitions at some point. So he definitely has. He's not stupid. He definitely has a sense of wisdom and loyalty. But I think primarily from when we see the most of him, which is during the Torchwood years and Doctor Who series 3 and 4, I think primarily he's a Gryffindor. Clara Oswald, Griffinrin. Now, this is one where I think it plays off each other, and the 2 points both led to her eventual demise. I mean, she does evidently value bravery, as later on she is trying to be like the Doctor, and yeah, it's her bravery and ambition both working together that eventually lead her to some of her more dangerous situations, and what, in the end, pretty much gets her killed and face the Raven. So yeah, I feel she values both bravery and ambition, even if the two don't always necessarily work well together. Which is why Clara Oswald, for me, Griffinrin. Donna Noble, Griffinpuff. I've got another companion on this list who also falls into the Griffinpuff category, but mainly I feel she mostly tries to be brave, and if you're not particularly polite to her, she's going to give you a smack in the chops. So definitely got a sense, but then she also has a sense of loyalty with the Doctor, like, please, make everyone safe. I feel that's especially around the fires of Pompeii, which is like, please, not the whole town, just save someone. And she's being brave, but she also wants to be loyal, which is why I feel Griffinpuff is the right place. Martha Jones. Martha, for me, was originally going to be another split one, but I think eventually, I mean, while she does kind of value other points like bravery and loyalty and even ambition at some point, I think primarily Martha Jones is a Ravenclaw. Kind of she's going to medical school. She wants to kind of better herself. She wants to further her own so she can help people, which is why I believe Martha should be a Ravenclaw. Nardole, Hufflepuff. Some may argue otherwise, but I think the main thing that kind of drives Nardole throughout the series is he wants the Doctor to get back to Earth. He's kind of fiercely loyal. He's saying, come on, we've got to go back. We've got to kind of protect that vault. We've got to keep it closed. And kind of, while you could argue other points, I feel primarily Nardole is kind of loyalty to both the Doctor and to his mission, which is why I believe Nardole is a Hufflepuff. River Song, Slytherin. I personally say it's kind of fairly simple to explain. Other people may argue, well, she's more kind of bravery or even more kind of loyalty, but I feel primarily her sense is with ambition. First of all, with kind of her mission implanted in her head by the silence of trying to kill the Doctor, but then once the Doctor and Amy and Rory drop her off, kind of in the future, her ambition is to kind of get back to the Doctor, which I feel ambition is really what drives her. Kind of that series, whether she's trying to kill him or whether she's trying to get back to him. I feel River Song is primarily driven by ambition, which is why I'd say she's a Slytherin. Rory Williams, Slytherin. I mean, you could make a case for the others, like Hufflepuff, since he is fiercely loyal to Amy, and he does develop some loyalty to the Doctor as well, even if it's rather out of resentment. You could argue Gryffindor, for he stared down a battalion of Cybermen. But I feel primarily Rory is kind of driven by ambition, because he wants to kind of complete his training. He wants to become a doctor, further his kind of nursing career, and he ideally wants to kind of keep going to be able to kind of provide for Amy and do good things with her, and essentially prove himself kind of stronger or better than the Doctor. So that's why I essentially put Rory in Slytherin. But, moving on. Rose Tyler, Gryffindor. I feel she's kind of along the same lines as Donna. She is fiercely brave, as in the first episode she'd swung out over a tank of the nesting consciousness and say, I've got the bronze in gymnastics. Yeah. But then she also is kind of loyal to the Doctor, saying she wants to stay with him forever. So, yeah. Okay, the 2 points will often battle each other, but I'd say she's a Gryffindor. Mickey Smith. While you may argue with the others, like he's got ambition or kind of loyalty towards Rose or some later on, I feel while he didn't necessarily start out this way, I think Mickey Smith ultimately ends up a Gryffindor. He values bravery, and hell, he along with Jackie shoot down a Dalek with a ray gun. That's cool. So, for me, Mickey Smith is a Gryffindor. And the final one on my list, the only classic companion on my list, Sarah Jane Smith. And I personally say she's a Ravenclaw. It may just be kind of she's a journalist and ultimately she wants to know what's going on that kind of leads her into dangerous situations, and that's why I think she's a Ravenclaw. She ultimately wants to find out the truth, even if she ultimately has to be kind of brave or loyal or even ambitious sometimes. I feel she's primarily driven by wisdom. She wants to know the truth behind everything. And that's why I'd ultimately put Sarah Jane Smith in Ravenclaw. But, there you go. My sorting of Doctor Who companions into their various Hogwarts houses. Maybe someday I'll do another Hogwarts kind of sorting with another franchise. Until then, see ya.